Hello everyone, welcome to Yorpedia Education. So yesterday ISRO announced the list of shortlisted candidates for interview of scientist position. And meanwhile, we all know BARC already have shortlisted the list of candidates and they are going to conduct the interview in the month of the May. So there are many students who got called from both ISRO and BARC. The question is how to prepare for these three interview. Whether the common preparation is going to help in the both or there is something difference. See guys, there is a very small difference that I'm going to discuss with you people in this video. So if you go for BARC interview, they will ask you what are the set of subjects or set of courses you have done during your graduation and you are comfortable with. If you mention any 4 to 5 courses, the entire interview is going to be focused on those area only. They will not ask question outside that, but they will grill you in those area from very fundamental level to the complex problem. They will carry this process step by step, right? But at the same time, when you go for the ISRO and they ask you what are your subject expertise, which subject you are comfortable with. Let us suppose you are from the electronics and communication. You mention them, you are comfortable with EDC, analog, digital and network. Okay. So if even you mention those 4 subjects, you didn't mention about communication, EMFT, still they will ask you question related to communication domain. They will ask you question related to microwave. They will ask you question related to antenna, and they will ask you question related to radar. So my strong suggestion or advice for those students who are shortlisted for ISRO, they should focus additionally on the topics which are related to communication engineering, that is antenna. They must have a very strong hold or good hold over the antenna, how to adjust the antenna dimension, what are the antenna efficiencies, what are the various parameters which are associated with the antenna application like directivity, directive gain, power gain, etc. What are the different kind of the antenna array arrangement and for which application which kind of the array suits best. And then apart from this, there is a Friese equation which play a very important role in the interview. And if I'm start talking about the radar engineering, in radar engineering you don't need to go into depth. There are only 2 concepts. One is the Doppler shift or Doppler effect, and second is the basic radar range equation. You must know what all parameters are involved in that equation. And apart from that, if you know basic understanding of the microwave devices, you know what are the ferrite device, what are the non-ferrite device, what are the reciprocal and non-reciprocal devices, you know the microwave frequency band, different band frequency range, you know what are the frequently occurring loss at the microwave frequencies, what are gyrator, what are isolator, what are circulator, and different kind of the losses like return loss, right? There is reflection loss, there is isolation loss, many other kind of loss which arise at the microwave frequency. These kind of things you must be very clear with. Additionally to what you are preparing for the BARC interview, it means if you are going for ISRO, special focus or special attention you need to pay for this area, whatever I just now mentioned here. And apart from this, always I categorize student into 3 category. One, the fresher one, second, the person who is doing master, third, who is working professional. If you go on the Google and you will find, okay, what are the commonly asked question in the ISRO. It may happen that you are reading the interview experience of some fellow on the Quora who already have 4 to 5 experience in the telecom, who is having 4 to 5 year experience in the VLSI industry. So obviously they will ask him the very hardcore question related to telecom industry. They will ask him the hardcore questions related to VLSI industry because he is mentioning that he got the 5 year experience in that domain. So those questions are not relevant for you, right? So you need to prepare for these interviews specific to your current state. What is your academics, what you are doing currently. It means you can't randomly take the questions from the Google and see what are the previous year asked questions. So there may be many questions which they will not ask you any case because you are not having that profile what that candidate was having. So guys, there are some precautions which I always suggest student, please don't start taking random previous year question. First focus on your 4 subject which you are going to tell them these are the subject in which I am more comfortable. And second thing, I told you, apart from those 4 subjects, you need to be very clear about BTech project if you are a fresher candidate. Second, if you are doing master, then they will definitely ask you what courses you are doing currently in the master. You must have the detailed idea of those courses, and if you are at the stage of thesis, they will surely ask about your thesis and discussion topic and currently what you are doing and at what stage you are. And third, if you are a working professional, so obviously as you will start the introduction, they will start with your work profile, and unfortunately if your work profile is totally aligning with their requirement, they will grill you to the best, and you also have the maximum chances of getting selected if you justify with your work profile. So guys, these are the differences which one may feel in BARC and ISRO. In ISRO, there will be very less question from the mathematics. They don't ask much question from the mathematics, but in BARC, yes, they ask many mathematical questions from the fundamental level also. So I told you people, in BARC, they are going to focus only those things which you will mention them, that these are my competencies. And if I talk about the approach, the how they will ask question, will it be simple or will it be depth? So depth will be in the both the cases. They will start from the fundamental problem, but they will grill you up to the top level and the complex level. There is one more difference. In BARC, many times they ask a question out of your periphery. Might be they start discussing some topics, you know, from the basic, but they take it to the extent level, and the level is such that you might not have covered that in the BTech level. But in ISRO, these things never happened. The panel, as per my experience, they are quite supportive. They will provide you proper hint. If you are not in position to, you know, give the proper answer, they will see, okay, you are getting stuck at this point. They will provide you, give the many alternate opportunity, and that will help you. If you know that concept, I am sure you will take on it from there and you will answer the best possible answers. So that is what they want to configure inside you. They don't need the people who are very blatant and who are very spontaneous in answering the question. They just want to know whether you know the process, whether you know the methodology, whether you know the interpretation, whether you know the real application of this entire process, whether you know what are the assumptions and limitation we are taken into consideration while writing these theory. That is basically they want to judge. They want the fundamental clarity, right? So concluding, if you are shortlisted for both BARC and ISRO, yes, your preparation will prepare you for both at the same time, but for ISRO you need to put efforts in some additional subject. For my branch, I quoted those subjects, and there is a Google form attached in the description. If you are shortlisted for both, you can start your interview preparation with the mentors of YourPedia Education. We wish you all the best. Thank you.